Hey guys, my name is George. Some of you might know me, and some of you may not. My little get-up here that you see is just an honest rendering and a manifestation of what I believe my alter ego, I've named it an alter ego. It is my better side of me. It is my poetic side. It is the inner writer in me. It is my deepest, darkest secrets. This is me exposed from the inside out. I came to talk to you guys about my Discourse community and the Gothic community and the emo community. Whatever you want to, subgenre, classify it as, all that psychobabble. Whether you classify us as the depressed people or, whatever ludicrous name you guys have for us. I just pray that at the end of my video, at the end of my little bit of a rant, I want to say, that you guys have a better understanding. Maybe I can shed some light and enlighten you guys about why I look like this and why it's okay, why it's not weird, why it's not, a totally strange, just bizarre thing, because to be honest, it's not. People like me, and this is the biggest misconception, is that they're depressed, that they're ashamed, that they really have no dignity, that they just listen to crazy, I hate my mommy music, and no. We listen to all the same kind of music you guys do, whether it be country, rap, Christian rock, rock and roll, anything. I mean, for some, me in particularly, I dabble in one type of music, rock and roll, obviously. People would look at me and think that I'm, the furthest thing from a Christian, that I'm just this devil-worshipping madman who looks like the Crow. Kind of big fan of Brandon Lee, nonetheless. But, anyway, back to the point. Nightmare was a name that was kind of coined by myself and by my girlfriend later on. After I told my girlfriend a lot about what happened in the past, whether it be being bullied, being called, forgive me for my language, but fag and goth, and telling me things like I should kill myself and putting like death threat letters in my locker and stuff like that, and texting me in the middle of the night saying, don't show up to school tomorrow or else you'll suffer the consequences. Very, very awful threats that once or twice I had to actually notify the authorities, but unapologetically, I stood my ground and I stood strong and stayed brave. I never, ever conformed to what others wanted of me. People thought that I looked this way to prove a point. Truth be told, I don't have a point to prove. The point is already proved. I look at this and some of you might think I'm totally just ludicrous or think I'm just scary looking, and I think that's the boundaries and barriers I was trying to break all along back in middle school and high school, is that it's okay to look this way. For me and my Discourse community, we were often coined as the depressed people, the people who were just insane or crazy or just undignified. We were the people that people were afraid of because they didn't understand us, nor did they want to understand us because, in a certain way, it's like guys painting their nails, wearing lipstick, drawing spikes in our eyes, whatever. Anyway. Just as a disclaimer, I'm a very devout Christian. I'm a criminology major. I go to church. I used to minister, actually. Of course, not just like this, but, it was always for me breaking the boundaries between what is socially acceptable and what's not. I just never believed in politics, social acceptance. I believe that you should be yourself regardless of that. And be proud of who you are, whether it is that you dress like me and you're proud of that, or you dress in a cowboy's outfit or whatever, or in a costume every day, whatever your case may be. If that is you, you should always go for it. You live life so much happier if you can just accept yourself. You live your life not limiting yourself to not only self-acceptance, but being socially accepted. It's almost a mortifying thought for some people to be different or alienated, but it's actually, in reality, Another misconception is that we alienate ourselves, me and people like me, from the social normalities of society. But it's on the contrary. They alienate us from them, and alienate themselves from us. But, needless to say, I wanted to actually break and challenge some ideas in the class that everybody might have, questions you might have, and at the end of this video, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. I wanted to also mention very quick before I continue what I was saying that I was just very moved by everybody's bravery and volunteering and getting up and just telling me stories, telling us all stories about, whether it be a death of a family member or going through a very strong, willing testimony, and, my hat goes off to you. My heart truly goes out to you guys, and I truly reflected on a lot of what you guys said, and I couldn't admire you more. Anyway, what I was going to say is I wanted to make this video to challenge some beliefs and misconceptions that some may have of goth people. You would look at me and think I'm a juxtaposition of the Crow and Alice Cooper, Marilyn Manson type crossbreed, Whatever you want to classify me as is just, this is George, this is Nightmare, this is creativity, this is my work of art, this is my artistry, this is me. Raw, uncut, me at my most vulnerable. You're never at your most vulnerable until you can truly accept yourself, and if you want to make yourself vulnerable to people, which some are brave enough to do that, you welcome people. And that's what we do. We welcome everybody. We set no limits to people because we believe that everybody should not be judged. Everybody should keep an open mind. Just as if they could keep an open mind about people like us, we could keep an open mind about people like, the rest. Needless to say, I wanted to make this video just to kind of challenge your beliefs and thoughts of misconceptions you might have. I've always been one to defend my discourse because people would think that we're devil worshippers and listening to really heavy metal rock and roll that annoys the crap out of people, that we're the scapegoats. We're the ones who usually get blamed, School gets vandalized and all of a sudden it's a guy wearing all black and the makeup on his face. I mean, who better than that guy to be a scapegoat, right? More often than not, sometimes we fall victim to being bullied or talked down about. Our religion is questioned, our faith is questioned, our personalities are questioned, everything about us is questioned. Nobody should have the place to question us. Back in middle school, I'll tell you a very quick story, is that people I used to meet every day used to tell me about how much they were Christians and how much they read the Bible, which they're young kids. Of course, they're going to judgmentally use the Bible to thwart us or something, whatever. Like we were some sort of demons and cults, and no. Anyway, the reality of it is that we were no different than them. We just accepted ourselves in a new way, in a more artistic way. For the only thing I would like everybody to walk away with after watching my video is just to never ever let anybody limit yourself to who you can, who you are, or what you can be. So you could be anything, and you are everything if you want to make that happen. You only live life once, so why live bound to social normalities and with no sense of self-acceptance? Me, as an existentialist, very provocative and maybe look, makes me happy. It shows me, again, at my most vulnerable form. I'm human just like you guys. And I hope that you guys continue to see more like me and open your mind and broaden horizons. Thank you guys for watching my video.